Having lifted the World Bowl in front of 40,000 people at Murrayfield, the 1996 Claymores gave Jim Criner's 97 outfit a hard act to follow. When that squad assembled in Atlanta for training camp, the graft began in earnest. Ever the enthusiast, Coach Criner was back for another season, expecting bigger and better things from, hopefully, bigger and better players. Alongside the new recruits in the squad, some old familiar faces. Scotland's Scott Cooper for one, a third-year vet now, and an influential wideout. Another Scot was drafted in at kicker, but pint-sized Gary Parker would have a hard job filling Big Gavin Hastings' boots. A quick walk through the locker room reintroduced us to some of the 96 heroes who'd come back. George Coghill and Yo Murphy, for example. But one notable absentee was the troubled Saran Stacey. As camp progressed and the squad was cut down, the Claymores got a chance to size up the opposition. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
It's been tough. I'd probably say it's been the toughest camp. Maybe that's something to do with the fact that nothing's new to me anymore, you know. I know what every day is going to bring. But physically, this one's been very demanding. I'm feeling every one of my 27 years, believe me. But it's approaching the end and it's went quite well. And I'm just looking forward to going back to Scotland and getting the season underway. I mean, every game we go into, we are the team to beat, you know. People want to knock us off this pedestal, but I don't know, I think we've got the players here, and as I say, if the team comes together, then there's no reason that we can't go out and do it again. We'll just go out there and just play Claymores football that we did last year.
Claymores football was duly played, and by the end of camp, head coach Jim Criner was happy enough with his squad, but he wasn't going to go shouting about it. Trumpet blowing, after all, is not his style.
Well, I think we're going to be competitive. You know, a lot of things have to happen. We have to be injury-free, or relatively injury-free. We have to get the most out of each of our players, you know, avoid big mistakes, not have travel problems. So a lot of things have to fall in place. But I think this football team will be competitive with every ball game that we're in, providing that we can keep them healthy.
You're not making any rash promises at this stage, though?
No, I wouldn't do that. But give us a couple of games under our belt, and then you never know.
So, hot foot from Atlanta, the Claymores came lock, stock and shoulder pads to sunny steps. But there was no time for culture shock, and besides, players like Scoops had seen it all before. By now, the team had a good idea of its own capabilities. The bump and grind carried on for the few days left until the start of the season proper. The biggest job now, to preserve that all-important Claymores unity.
1, 2, 3, Claymores!
We're really at the point where we need to play. Obviously, as a coach, I'm not sure you're ever 100% satisfied completely. You always would like to do things a little better on the practice field, and at least it'd make you sleep a little easier, but we need to play a game. We need to find out how our players are going to perform in an adverse situation, under pressure from another good football team, and so from that standpoint, we're definitely ready to go play now and get on with the season.
And what a venue to kick the season off. The Claymores travelled to Amsterdam to the awesome Arena, the home of Ajax, and getting its first taste of American football with the arrival of the Claymores. They'd never won in Amsterdam. The Admirals had the best home record in the league, but you'd never know the pressure was on to look at the Claymores coaching staff. Criner and Soker relaxed as you like. As for Al Luganbill on the other side, well, you know Al. So, the build-up's over with. Let's get on with season 97.
Cooper in the slot, Murphy the wide out. Again, a bit of play action, buys Barr some time, and Barr looks for Murphy and has him, and out of bounds. Murphy working Tommy Jones, and it's down to the 22-yard line. And that was a smart play. Murphy had Tommy Jones beaten all the way.
That was a beautifully thrown ball. I mean, that's when you're throwing the deep out like that, and that's exactly what that was, deep out. And he had to come, that's not to his side of the field. He had to come back across his body to the other side of the field. That was a beautifully thrown ball.
But it does give them a first down as the clock continues to run. Barr has a lot of time again, has a man. It's Yo Murphy again, who cuts back inside and gets past Lillibridge and is inside the 10 before Ron Carpenter pushes him out of bounds with 1:33 left. Scotland in excellent position to break this deadlock. Yo Murphy, after an early drop, coming into his own 4 catches now for the World Bowl MVP. And they're coming after him, Amsterdam. But Ron Dickerson is going to be very close. Did he get in, or was he tripped up? No, just short inside the 1-yard line. And the clock continues to run, but there's no hurry. Kaihilo and Dickerson in the backfield. 3 tight ends. The give is to Kaihilo, who goes in untouched. And the Scottish Claymores go on the board first.
Watch Purvis Hunt. See that big body right there? The right guard. Watch the push he gets. And Kaelo goes in standing up. Look at the push on Willis, I'm sorry. 51 Larry McSeed shot the wrong gap. But when you're gonna run, you might as well run over your big guy.
And they don't come much bigger than Purvis Hunt. And Gary Parker, a former rugby and soccer player, will attempt the extra point from Mark Hartzell's hold. A flag comes in, 2 flags come in. A wobbly effort from Parker anyway, but they're gonna have to play this one again.
12 men on the field, on the defense, half the distance to goal, retry.
After Parker's miss, Jim Kreiner elected to play safe and go for 2 points, but Ron Dickerson couldn't run in the conversion, and the Claymores had to settle for a slender 6-0 advantage going into the half. Not much to talk about in the third quarter, so let's go on to the fourth now. Carrie Gronroos hit a field goal, making it 9-zip to the visitors. But the celebrations didn't last too long. The Finns' opposite number, Oliver Quass, hit one himself to claw back 3. Now 4 minutes left. The Claymores are knocking on the door.
12 men on the field. There's going to be a flag there. Larry McSeed tried to get off and couldn't, and Ron Dickerson will pick up 9 yards. Joe Murphy wide left. Scott Cooper, the Scotsman, wide to the right. And Barr on the keeper just tries to push and shove his way close to a first down. Needed about a yard. An official will try and make a spot there. Looked like he got it. De Graafenried is in the game to the right. Cooper has gone to the left. Dickerson and Kaelo in the backfield. It's Dickerson who gets the ball and turns the corner once again. Great blocking up front, and Dickerson could go. Touchdown, Scotland. A tremendous block from Jared Kaelo. Sprang Dickerson, and he took full advantage. And Al Lugerbill knows he's in deep trouble now.
I want you to watch the linebackers that are going to shoot in here. Now what happens is they get all bunched up inside. They're all bunched up inside. Now watch the power play take off outside. And there's nobody there. Great block by Jared Kaelo on Rod Carpenter, the corner. But Rod Carpenter had no help.
Gronroos will attempt the extra point. And even that's coming off for the Scots now. A 16-3 lead.
The Claymores in command then, and it was fitting that the defence was to have the final say. Robert Flickinger's sack effectively ending the contest. So it was the bitter pill of defeat for Al Luginbill, a first victory in Amsterdam for Jim Kreiner, and a massive boost to the Claymores' World Bowl defence. 7 days on now, and the opening home game of the Claymores' 97 season. 15,000 turned out in the Murrayfield sunshine to see the visit of Barcelona. Before long, they watched a quarterback called John Kitna make his first big impression of the season. He found wideout Tyree Davis here. The Dragons were smoking. On to the fourth now, and Kitna is becoming a real nuisance. Bryce Burnett on the end of that one. The Claymores trail 20-0. 4 minutes to go, and the masses finally have something to cheer about. Joe Murphy picks up on a reverse pass and takes it all the way to the house for a score. The poor result didn't seem to bother the fans, but Jim Kreiner didn't like it one little bit.
Well, I guess the only positive thing is we didn't get anybody killed.
Back to Murrayfield a week later, and a chance to make amends against Rhine Fire. But the Germans hadn't read Jim Kreiner's script, and things started to turn nasty for the home side early on. Though Schrader leapt in for the first TD, and before the quarter was out, TJ Rubley hit Michael Dritline for another. A solitary Gronroos field goal was all the Claymores could offer in reply before AJ Ofadili cantered in for a third. By late in the fourth quarter, the Fire led 23-3. Cue the homecoming hero.
The eye toss right. Inside the 10, hurtling Sirhan Stacey stays on his feet, sticks the ball into the end zone. Touchdown! Oh my! Sirhan Stacey with his first touchdown of the afternoon, and for the Claymores in general, they needed that one, a huge run.
They needed it all right, but it wasn't nearly enough. A 23-10 scoreline flattered the Claymores, who were, as they say in Murrayfield, well beat. Week 4 and German opposition again, this time the Frankfurt Galaxy in their Waldstadion, where the Claymores had never lost. Right at the death, with the scores tied at 3 apiece, the visitors mounted one last drive.
Fisher again has Zimmerman. He's got De Graffenried this time, who stays on his feet and gets out of bounds. Baron Miles for the Pittsburgh Steelers pushing him out of bounds, but 13 yards and out of bounds, which stops the clock. First down at midfield, 1:36 left. Fisher takes a deep drop. Here comes the pressure again. He's got Yo Murphy, who gets nothing because Greg Evans won't let him have anything. Swing pass to Murphy. Murphy wrapped up by Johnny Dixon. Murphy staying with it, trying to get out of bounds. And eventually does get manhandled out of bounds. 45 seconds on the game clock. Third down and 7. Fisher drops. Goes for it all. Has he got a man? He has! Touchdown, Scotland! Alan de Graffenried. Would you believe that? With 33 seconds left. What a catch. And look at these fans. They are stunned.
Well, they'd left it late, but Jim Kreiner happily called his new team the Cardiac Kids. So to London now, and things are looking up. But it wasn't quite so pretty on the pitch for the Claymores. Before long, Preston Jones hit Larry Stallworth for the Monarchs' only TD of the game. The cultured boot of former soccer star Clive Allen was on form that day as well. That's one of 3 field goals he hit for the English side. Wayne Lamley, on the other hand, missed 3 for the Claymores. At 16-0, Saran Stacey decided the time had come to make his mark. He ran in a touchdown and hit the 2-point conversion. The final score, 16-8 to London. So a miserable start to the season for the Claymores. 2-3, they're rooted to the bottom. Up at the top, though, the 4-1 Dragons, and won the right to host the Bowl. See how the second half of the season panned out in a couple of minutes. In the mud, there wasn't much cop this game, so we'll pick it up right at the end.
Gives it to Saran Stacey, and Lillibridge just stuffed the hole. Play fake by Barr, and he's got Royster first down. Jurkovic makes the tackle. Nazio Royster. Time of factor, 2:50 left. Scotland trying to come from behind. They go to Stacey. Moves the pile to the 44-yard line. Saran Stacey has had one of the better days in recent World League history. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Stacey slowed up at the line, and I believe that might have been Figaro.
Yeah, see,
or Evans.
I think they've got to go to the air. I mean, you can't keep trying to run the football. Now it's down to 2 minutes, but almost 2 minutes out. I mean, even if Saran Stacey does something with this ball here, this is the time where you've got to rely on your quarterback and your passing game.
Final 2 minutes of regulation time, and Amsterdam trying to cling to a 6-3 lead. This is Royster with a lot of room. Nazio Royster for a first down near midfield.
He did it all. He got out of bounds and he got the first down. Outstanding acceleration by Nazio Royster.
Barr got a man.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, baby,
Oh,
touchdown. Man. Touchdown to Yo Murphy, who has been Yo quiet all afternoon.
What a throw. I said Jim Kreiner had found his quarterback before, and now everyone knows it. What an outstanding pass by Dave Barr. You're going to see him coming down the left side. It's no secret where Barr's looking. He looks at the whole time, but Murphy beats his man to the inside with some excellent speed. And here's Barr. Look, I told you about the pocket collapsing. There's guys all around him, all over him, and then everybody just looks down and waits. And that's a wonderful feeling.
Walker for the point after. Scotland on top.
Great play at the end, and a big play at the end for you, that catch.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that's stuff you think about. I didn't have a ball all game, and I just tried to keep my mind in it, and you know, hopefully they'd come to me when it counted, you know, and they did, and it worked out good.
I'll tell you what, Yo Murphy and Dave Barr, I mean, they connected and made an outstanding play. I mean, we've been looking for big plays all year, and, you know, we just been getting them here and there, and fourth quarter is something special for us now. You know, for some reason we can't get the ball in the end zone in the first 3 quarters, but the fourth we always seem to pull it out, and you know, it's a tribute to a lot of the guys, the offensive line, you know, not giving up, you know, and keeping the faith in each other, and the defense going out and still giving us opportunities, you know, to get it done.
I'm delighted for the fans. They've been so good and loyal and stood by us, and for us to finally give them something to cheer about, you know, was very gratifying, and the players talked about it before the game. But also, you know, being able to win and stay with the leaders. You know, we had to overcome some tough situations today with the weather not helping our snaps on field goals and blowing some golden opportunities. But our players never ever played like or acted like they weren't going to win the football game. They kept playing and battling and fighting. And maybe this football team's starting now to show the kind of character that we'll see for them the rest of the year. I know if they do play that way and do maintain that attitude, will be tough to beat.
So they'd set their own standards. Now off to Dusseldorf to see if they can meet them. It looked good in the first quarter. Quarterback Dave Barr in on the sneak. 2 field goals, though, pulled Ryan back into the game. Then Derek Clark stomped in the second to put the home side ahead. Almost a carbon copy now with Clark in the third. And he was so happy with that one, he stamped on a Claymore's helmet. That was the last we saw of him. Some kind of normality returned after the departure of the hot-headed Mr. Clark, but not for long. Alan de Graffenried's touchdown, unorthodox to say the least.
Tight formation. Barr. He's going to throw it. Eric Smith looking long. Is it a catch for de Graffenried?
And a touchdown.
Yes, it is. Touchdown, Scotland. What a play.
Wide receiver Eric Smith earned his corn with that one. He launched the bomb upfield. And then, cue Mr. de Graffenried. He had all the grace of a wounded animal as he crossed the line. It wasn't pretty, but they all count. So 20 seconds left on the clock. The Claymores had it all to do. Enter Glasgow's finest.
20-16. Barr looking to the end zone. Fires. Caught. Touchdown. Scott Cooper.
And he beat Michael Swift, the cornerback, on an in route.
Jim Kreiner loved it, so did the players, but Galen Hall thought it stank. Scott Cooper proving exactly why he's becoming one of the most feared receivers in the league. That's his 3rd World League touchdown, and incidentally, if you thought he deserved a ribbing for the dance, you can rest assured he got one. But the drama wasn't over. 8 seconds on the clock, and Adel Larson lined up a 52-yard field goal. That would have won the game for the Fire, but it was no good. The Claymores and Jim Kreiner were on cloud 9. But there was room in this team for more than one hero, and Saran Stacey grabbed back the headlines for himself the following week against the Galaxy. His first touchdown broke the World League TD record. Saran had had his problems at the start of the season with a suspension from the league itself, but he hit back at his critics in the way he knows best. Stacey's second that day was even better. A typically acrobatic effort, a backflip into the end zone, which simply put him on a slightly higher pedestal in the eyes of the faithful Claymores fans. With 3 wins on the trot, the Claymores are 5-3 now and still in with a shout of making it to the final. But the wheels came off the bogey just a week later, and against the old enemy of all people. If the home side were in any doubt as to what the Scotland-England clash means, Jim Kreiner put them right, but those words were forgotten shortly after. Shoddy defence let Tony Vincent in for the Monarchs TD. With a minute left in the game, Dave Barr was intercepted by Reggie Holt. But the Scots got the ball back. With just 5 seconds on the clock, though, the Californian's miserable day was complete as he was unceremoniously sacked by Herman Smith. 10-9 against, and there'd be no Scots in Barcelona. Well, not for the final anyway, but the Claymores did get one trip to the Catalan capital for the final game of the season. They were 3-0 up through a Cari Gronrus field goal until John Kitna went to work.
Kitna on 1st and 10, going for Martos again. What a catch! Touchdown! 3rd down and 2, and a throw into the end zone with the flag thrown, and it's caught for a touchdown by Shedrick Wilson. Barcelona on top. We're early in the second quarter, and the kickoff is picked up at the 10-yard line. And upfield with the ball and the run, Eric Smith, and he is gone. Eric Smith will go the length for a touchdown, 95 yards. Barcelona facing 2nd down and goal. A great red zone inside the 20-yard line offense. And there's a quick throw. Martos trying for his 2nd touchdown, and he's got it. And Kitna throws his 3rd touchdown today. And Barcelona goes up 20-10. 2nd down and 10. Kitna with time. The throw caught by Davis. Weaving through traffic. He's in for the touchdown. 4 consecutive touchdown passes by Kitna.
Watch the post pattern.
Barr with time to the end zone. Touchdown. Caught by Yo Murphy. His 2nd touchdown reception of the year. He beat Roderick Green, and when they had to score, Scotland came up with 6. Good analysis. 1st down and goal from the 6. Kitna rolls. It's his tight end, Bryce Burnett, diving in. Touchdown, Barcelona. Touchdown pass number 5 by John Kitna. 2. Lamley will punt inside the 15-yard line. Tyree Davis is deep back and backpedaling to the 21. He's had a nice return already tonight of 53 yards. He gets another setup right here, but there are 2 flags down as Davis runs into his own blocking, still keeps his footing and is on the move. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, and he's down the sideline, and he's in. Touchdown!
46-18, humiliation for the Claymores, but their head coach typically gallant in defeat.
I hope they give you some momentum to go into that last one and play like hell.
So that's the story at the end of the season. 5-5 for the Claymores, average, but Jim Criner's never happy with that. He'll be looking for more in season 98. Meanwhile, the 2 best teams in the World League play it off in the big one. 31,000 turned out for this game, by far the biggest crowd the Dragons had drawn. Word presumably spreading about the talents of one John Kitna. True to form, he didn't disappoint.
He's going deep and looking for Martos, and he's got the ball, and he's in for the touchdown. There are no penalty flags. Turnovers even at 1. Quick throw, pass caught. Alfonso Browning in a foot race with Lee Cole.
Oh, great effort.
Still on his feet, in for the touchdown. What a play.
A brave fight by the Fire, but 38-24 it finished, so head coach Jack Bicknell and his Barcelona Dragons lifted the ball for the first time in 5 attempts. Let's look back at the Claymores now, though, and some plus points to report from the season. Siran Stacey, for example, World League touchdown record holder, leading rusher for the 3rd year running, and the biggest yardage gainer. Crowded mantelpiece in that house. A gong too for defensive end Jason Simmons. He was voted the league's defensive MVP for a season which included 6 sacks. And let's not forget Scott Cooper, voted National Player of the Year. He's also the only ever present in the Claymores team, so it's only fitting we leave the last word to Scoops.
I had a very good season. The only thing, I mean, people always say this to me, you make catches, you score TDs, but that doesn't matter, you know, when your team goes 5-5 and you don't make the World Bowl. I feel what it's like to play this season and go all the way and win the big one, and it really doesn't come close. But, you know, hopefully I'll be back next year and just keep building.